So now, in order to calculate our tax depreciation, so we have to compare that to the accounting depreciation. So if we go to our transaction tab, we have it set up here for us. So for the tax basis in 2022, we know that it's gonna be a cost calculation. So the prior period is gonna be the current period's opening balance, and then we can just add the capital expenditures as such. But for the tax depreciation going forward, it's gonna be a different formula. So in this case, it's gonna be equal to whatever the opening balance was. We add the capital expenditures, but we have to account for this depreciation for the first year. So we're depleting the opening balance and the capital expenditures for that year by 50%, half. So we multiply it by half, and then that is granted by governments in different jurisdictions for companies to deplete their assets. And then we multiply everything all together by the blended tax rate of 15%. We have it set up there. So we can go back and make it negative since we want to use the auto sum. So we have it set up there. As you can see, in the first year, the tax depreciation is depreciating more than the accounting depreciation. So that's why governments in various jurisdictions grant concessions to companies to deplete their assets so that they can pay lesser taxes to the future. This is reason why is because companies they spend a lot of money to acquire certain assets. So as a result, government will grant concessions so that these companies might be able to offset the acquisition of those assets by paying lesser taxes in the future. So they deplete the depreciation will reduce their earnings before interest and taxes. So it would deplete that amount so that by the time they're about to pay taxes, they will pay lesser taxes to the future. So that is why we're going to be using this accounting depreciation here later on in our income tax schedule to account for the taxes that we're going to be paid to the tax authorities by these companies. So in this case, we will be using this tax depreciation to later on deduct that depreciation to account for the earnings before interest and taxes after adjustments. So basically, that's what governments in various jurisdictions, many jurisdictions around the world do. So now we are ready to begin our income tax section. So in this case, we will just reference the date, some years. We can copy this on ESF. This is formulas, and then for the earnings before taxes, we already have it set up in our income statement. So earnings before taxes, in this case, we will just reference that amount there. So we can copy this and paste as formulas to keep the formatting in place. And then going forward, to account for the profitability before taxes, it's gonna be equal to an if statement. So we'll say if this amount is less than 0, then give me a 1, otherwise give me a 0. So we are just saying that if there were tax losses, then we want to account for those tax losses. So we have it set up there. But if we go here and we switch this to negative, you can see that we have set it up in such a way that the 1 is equal to years and the no is equal to 0. So we can just undo that. So going forward, we want to account for the tax rate and the unused tax losses remaining. So we already have that set up in our assumption section. So for the tax rate, in this case, we have it set up here, 25%. And then end of 2022 tax losses. So for the unused so in this case, we'll have to deal with that later on in the schedule. So this year is gonna be based on the last period after we are done simulating our tax losses remaining. So if we have any balance here, we will have to account for that here. So if that balance is greater than 0, then we have a yes, or we have a no. So now going forward, we are ready to calculate our adjustment for depreciation. So in this case, we already have here the earnings before taxes. We account for that, and then we have to add back